Remember to like, share, and comment on all our social media platforms at JBN Television and Firebrand Nation and Firebrand Nation Kenya on Facebook. And also watch our youth services. They are great. We have power-packed men of God and women of God. Power-packed praise and worship. I feel that this is, like, it will be really nice to watch our youth services. Like, tunashikanga roho. I am sure about that. Especially the praise and worship. I'm not saying the word is bad, but the praise and worship. You shika, please. Let's go to the meme section.
No, so you are meme. All right, guys. Welcome to our YouTube channel.
Actually, welcome to
our YouTube channel. We, mameme hapa zimeweza mbaya sana. Firebrand Hope.
Yes.
Unaona hizo mameme?
Leo. Watu wa wisdom is a she.
Tuanzie wapi? Wacha tuanze na nini? Wacha tuanze na, unajua maisha imekuwa ngumu sasa. Wacha tuanze na kulipa nyumba.
Kwanza umelipa rent?
Rent bana.
Nika wiki ya
ni noma. Hiyo venye mimi ucheza na mtoto wa landlord. Unaona hiyo mimi? Venye mimi ucheza na mtoto wa landlord. Yaani ni nyundo mimi ucheza naye.
Yaani una hold landlord kwa ransom. Unaambia
yaani mnachezanga tu game Yaani ile unamwambia babako asiponisikia atakugonga, unasikia?
Enda ambia baba hakuna kokota rent imwezi.
Aya ni ngori. Yaani kwanza landlord akishajua vile unachezanga na mtoto wake atakutreat poa sana.
Kabisa.
Atakutreat poa sana. Anajua by the way unaweza pita na mtoi wake design nyingine. Design ya noma. Kwa wale watu wajalipa rent, tafadhali tumekupatia uwezo wa kuishi bure for the next 6 months.
Yes.
So tafuta kama landlord akona mtoto, tafuta tu kifoi, inaitwa kifoi, hiyo ndio ya kifoi.
Cheza tu nayo.
Cheza pitanga tu.
Hapo uone
hata kwa nyumba unaangusha tu. Hivyo tu.
These are entirely your views.
Mwaka itaisha tu hapo hivyo.
Disclaimer. These are entirely
his views, not mine.
They do not represent
in case
the views of this station.
In case our landlord is watching, mimi nimesema.
Put it on the comment section. Utaona kama haitakusaidia.
Alafu landlord wako ndo atacomment.
Please, my landlord, if you're watching me right now, please just understand. Ukisikia kuna kelele usiku, just know the reason is sikupenda kwetu. Tunajaribu kusurvive hii Kanairo. All right. The next meme. Are you ready, Firebrand?
Yes. Ati babe, mtoe password ama muoshe vyombo.
Me, you see where the wisdom comes in.
My voice.
Our girlfriends versus the boys.
Ati toa password
ama muoshe vyombo. Wapi hizo leso? Tutaosha vyombo.
Hata mumesahau tuongeze dera.
Tupatie dera.
Tutavaa
password. Muingie kwa simu zetu. No. Wacha tuoshe.
Comment on the comment section.
Akina mavijana wameosha vyombo ya ukweli. Nakwambia wameosha.
Na stories zinashika.
Kwa majamaa, wacha tuoshe tu hapa.
Hapa kama mbaya.
I have no comment for that. Put it down in the comment section. Because my views will completely represent me. Let me just move forward.
All right. Let's go. Talking about that, let's go to the ladies. Ladies, wako wapi pale nje? When a woman says, first of all, in an argument, run away. She has prepared research data, charts, and graphs to destroy you. Oh my goodness. The moment unasikia the lady amesema, first of all, alafu kwanza sijui kama nywele unafanyanga. First of all, ukisikia tu hivyo msee,
jua kumeharibika.
Toka kijiko, piga chuo mngada. Sababu nakwambia wako na graphs. Atakuexplainia venye haukufika on time.
Kwanza akona PowerPoint kwa kichwa. already asha visualize.
Anakuchorea graph. Yani ile time kama ulichelewa, time versus what?
Versus days.
Time versus days. Ide ulichelewa, yani graph yako manze kwanza kama graph yako inatoka juu ikienda chini, msee. Hiyo relationship hauna.
Hapo nanga vile kwa Excel kwa kwanga na comments.
Bado kuna comments.
He didn't say hi.
MC.
He didn't eat.
He didn't say hi. He didn't eat. He's not texting me. He's not.
Nakwambia ukisikia
nako online.
Hiyo statement ya first of all.
Status.
Hapo ndo unajonga relationship yako imekuwa held by weak Van der Waals forces. Yeah, hivi tu on a thin line.
Afa kwanga very calm. It's very calm. And I feel like you're already used to her. When you do something, she erupts. And then she's very calm. Because she knows.
Na mkiwa na maneno, mnakonga very gently.
Man.
I know, right? Very calm. Hata kuna kutafikiria even ni sawa. Even ndo nataka. Unataka
yani just imagine.
Can we have a discussion?
I said discussion. Can we talk?
Inakuwa conference.
Boy child, ukisikia tu umeambiwa can we talk? Be prepared na notebook, pen, graph book.
Make sure your memory iko sawa. Because not remembering. Let's move. This might be the discussion of the day. Let's go to the next week.
Ngori.
Next meme. Mi enyewe hii swali nilikuwa najiuliza sana, especially class ya geography. If the earth rotates, why am I still in Africa? Vijambe tu kweli. If the earth rotates, why am I still in Africa?
Why?
Hapo mzai manzi amejihurumia bwana. Yaani
Why?
Yaani mbona niko Africa?
Yaani amepiga hesabu. Kuna venye ingiani.
Haingiani, hii kitu haingiani bana. Kama hadi na rotate. Lakini ni mashida zinafanyanga mtu na
shida inaweza kufanya.
Sasa mashida mtu asikienge kuhama country yake. Acha watu wake.
Bako unaonanga venye unaweza pata visa.
Mashida jo. All right, the next meme. Pastor, or to all the pastors, shout out. May doors break open for you this week. I'm droppers.
Like, yes, Father, you know.
Nice one. Kwanza ako specific, break, not open.
May the doors break for you.
It's just like, yes, Lord.
Hii ndo anakotingi ile ni Isaiah 45 ile I will break the iron doors
of bronze.
Of bronze and nice one.
Ngori. Hii ni normal because sasa unajua sasa kama pastor ukideclare Anzora declare kwa congregation yote. Ujue na receive
na ubagui.
Receive it. For all the liars out there and the armed robbers, Mungu anawaona. Please, okoka. Change. Let's move on.
Umzai. Una venye anafanana na mtu najua lakini sitaki kutaja jina for security reasons. Naweza sema hivi ni stukia nimekujiwa hapa.
Kama kukuchangia.
Nianze ku explain things. Najua nasikia phone calls zinatoka mahali. Ukiwa katikati ya interview. Anyway, Ugandan Robert kwanza jina Kwanzale. Is in Kenya. Kwanzelu is in Kenya searching for his biological father. Any form of assistance will be highly appreciated. I'm not mentioning names. No comment.
Please put it on the comment section because kuna price tag. Manze, unaweza omoka. Any assistance, any form of assistance.
Highly appreciated.
All right, to the last meme. USA. We were the first to land on the moon. Kenya. We will be the first to land on the sun. Lakini jo. USA, the sun is too hot. You can't land on it. We are not stupid. We will go there at night.
Wow.
Nimechoka.
This does not represent our country.
But it does. I think kama tunaweza badilisha river venye ina flow kama tunaweza badilisha river na tuchukue Liberian land.
No, sisi watu wa Kiambu County. We are okay. We are good. We are good.
Na sisi na tuchukue Liberian land.
Tutaenda in the moon.
Tutaenda usiku. By the way, we are not stupid.
Tunakuja smart people.
Smart people.
Yeah, intelligent.
Jua tunakuja usiku. And that's the best thing with Kenya.
Jua itakuwa imepoa.
Usiku jua itakuwa imepunguza makali. Itakuwa imepoa. So we are not stupid. US, you can go to the moon, but we are not stupid. We are not go to the sun.
If they can go to the moon,
we will go to the sun.
Yes,
we will. At night. Lakini Joey Mimlord Joe ameka hapo the former governor.
Our great county.
This is hands down my best.
Alafu kwanza amefanya we're not stupid.
Mpaka ameshalenga. Hivi. We have measured.
We are not stupid. Tutaenda usiku. Sisi si wajinga.
I wanted to say something lakini
sisi si wajinga, tutaenda usiku.
Wow. What was your best babe as we move to the discussion of the day?
This one, here moon. Na sun.
Yeah, that was my best actually.
Because I think Lenny
Mpaka ashamesha.
Hiyo ndio inanikili.
Tumeona, tumefika.
We will be the first. We will be the first.
So because the sun rises during the day.
Bas. Ikifika ikiset imepoa. Ime cool down
sasa. Itawashwa asubuhi.
Alafu unajua rangi yetu pia inatukubalisha kuingia usiku.
Si ndio? Ndio sasa. Usiku ni sisi nayo. Jua nayo hivi. Kama makango wa Githura hivi nayo.
So for today we don't have like a specific topic. I want us to do this a bit differently.
Yes.
Let me start with you, Firebrand, because it's been such a while. What is the one thing that has stood out this week? What trending topic has stood out for you this week?
Me, I think what has stood out, the CJ's interview. Kwanza this judge. I think he should become our next Chief Justice. No, this my what did he? I've even forgotten his name. Huyu mwenye mpaka his cow knows that he's qualified. Wewe mtu amejiaminia mpaka anajua my cow knows I'm qualified for this position. I think that has been my highlight for this week. I think listening, watching, watu wanalia huku nje, interview inafanya watu wanatoa machozi. Si mchezo. Akina mwili wanalilisha wanaume huku nje.
Ngori buda. But his interview ni moto.
Your interview ni moto. And then there's another lady, I think she came this week. Wacha tuseme Mungu wetu. Walimuuliza maswali until the chairman of men's committee ilibidi amemtetea. Aseme slow down on our daughter. Slow down on our daughter. But me, those interviews are my highlight of the week.
What do you think should be the nini?
I think, tuseme tu kweli, it is already decided. We know who's the next Chief Justice. We already know. We don't want to mention names, but we already know. It's decided. It's already decided. We know who's going to be the next CJ. So I think we just wait for the final verdict of the panel. But the people who stood out for me are Fred Gantia, of course, and the guy, Doctor. Alisema, we address him with his names, Doctor. Huyo. That guy Those are the two people I think for me they stood out for me for the whole interview.
Awesome.
Yes.
Firebrand, Joshua.
For me, what has stood out is Safaricom this weekend. It's really stood out this weekend for me, especially on the part that they had issues with the network. So people are not able to make calls or receive calls, send them M-Pesas. So what actually made me more happy is how people were restarting their phones. Because people did not know that it was the era of the network era. People thought their phones are hanging. So people rebooted their phones, restarted their phones, only to go online and find that everyone is complaining about. Maze unatuma M-Pesa haiendi, una make call haiendi through. Unajua? Until hata utashanga maze phone yangu ndio mbaya, unazima phone, unaasha phone, the same thing ina repeat, unatoa sim card, unarudisha, the same thing ina happen. Unajua? For you now to go online, by the time you're going online kujua shida ilikuwa network ya Safaricom. Manzo watu walikuwa wameumia. Hiyo kitu ile make weekend yangu tu yani.
Hiyo watu tu ya watu kuzima phone.
Kwanza alafu kitu ni nice sana. Watu wameenda online. Safaricom sasa washajua kuna issue washa update. We have an issue with the network, we are correcting it. Na watu wakajua ni kunoma. Ile matuzi wa Kenya wameachilia hapo.
Kenyans on Twitter.
KOT ile maneno wameachilia kwa page ya Safaricom.
I think they also have it wrapped in KPLC. Especially these seasons za kuenua.
But honestly speaking, whatever KPLC is doing to some of us is totally unfair. Man, wengine tunasoma online.
What is the logic behind the rain?
Hata unashinda. I'm still waiting for someone to explain to me. Rain and electricity.
It's very simple. It's very simple.
Which is?
KPLC are trying to protect their transformers. Simple. Kukinyesha hawataki zinyeshewe. Wanaanua. Simple. They don't want to. Sababu jua ikiwaka wewe umeona stima ikipotea tu hivyo ati jua imewaka sana ama upepo mpaka stima ipotea. Hapana. But when it rains, kama nguo vile unatoa kwa kamba, lazima transformers yanuliwe. Ama saa zingine monkey inaanguka huko kwa chini.
Inakuvia kwa transformer juu.
It's our country. It's our country. It happens.
I don't know. I can't. Our country is just.
But KOT.
Kenyans on Twitter.
We salute them.
Unaona kwanza juzi. This woman from IMF, she was doing a live broadcast on Facebook. Okay. Do you know Kenyans went live on Facebook? Walijaza comment section. The lady had to cut short her speech. 30 minutes. Like from the minute she started. 30 minutes.
What was she addressing?
I don't know what she was talking about global funds and about IMF.
So she's Kenyan?
Yes. No, she's not Kenyan. Okay. She's the head actually of IMF. The head of IMF.
Unajua sasa Kenya wameenda pale. Kenya wasipatiwe pesa.
Na comment ilikuwa moja. Stop loaning Kenya. Simple. I knew Kenyans are wicked. You made the head of IMF, International Monetary Fund, to stop her speech. Kenyans, we salute you.
Hey, remember we are 40 million. Now what wana pesa juu ya COVID, but they have enough.
Kwanza wakikumbuka wako.
I know the irony.
Alafu wakumbuke wako lockdown.
The irony of life. That's the one thing that I really want us to discuss today is why are we known for the bad reasons? I have no idea because like last week we had Mundia, an awesome Firebrand, and he told us the government is still learning. Like, are they always learning? That has been my question all through. You mess us up and you're still learning. Like it's a learning curve. We're always learning. We've been learning for the past 5 years.
5 years.
We are still learning.
You know, for me personally, I'll say, that mentality of the government is learning is a very bad mentality. Because number one, if and we keep on saying this, when you look a country like Singapore, we got independence the same year as Singapore. But look at Singapore where they are right now. They are far much more developed than we are. Look at a country like South Africa. They got their independence in 1992.
Yeah, right.
But they are far much more better than where we are. Look at Rwanda.
Actually, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, look at
GDP
Rwanda.
is almost passing up.
Yes. In the next coming years, I think Rwanda is going to become a global economic giant in Africa. And yet in Kenya, I think that is the mistake. That thing of we are still learning.
We always learn.
For 50 years. Seriously.
I don't think there's anything we are learning.
Yeah.
I just think we have bad leadership.
Oh.
And I saw something on the internet the other day, and I was saying, I think it was a meme or something. And I was saying, what if we didn't have the government and we went back to the old roots?
Yes.
Like way before, when people were hardworking, when people knew I need to make my own resources, maybe farm my own land, get my own family, work hard, and everyone in the society knew this is what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
And we didn't have a government then.
Yes.
We didn't have presidents and rulers those back then. But everyone had a responsibility of making a contribution in the society.
Right.
It was and it was good for me. I think we have bad governance, and that is the root cause of everything. It's not about, if it's technology, our country is very far much ahead in terms of technology. So if it's about growing our economy, we are supposed to grow it, even because Kenyans are very hardworking.
Right.
But there's someone eating that money,
Seated
somewhere, and squandering the money, getting more loans, because the problem is not even getting money from IMF or any other source of funds. The problem is when that money lands, there is no allocation in this country that has gone smoothly without the cases of corruption. Someone took the money, we don't know how the money was spent.
Right. But even without corruption already, if you're taking a loan, we already have like how many leaders who need to be paid. So like when you're taking a loan, you first put almost 10%, I'm just thinking, almost 10% of what is supposed to be used for development just to pay the leaders.
Right.
Because we have way more leaders.
Right, that's another thing.
And they have duplicated.
And for me personally, I don't think the problem is having too many leaders. Because when you look at the audit report done by the Auditor General the other day, when he was doing the audits of Eurobond 1, he said Eurobond 1, they cannot account any single cent to any development agenda.
Yes.
Meaning the money got lost in individual pockets. We went for Eurobond 2. The same thing is repeated. Now we are going for IMF. We also have the same problem. So I think I agree with Firebrand, Joshua Joe, what he says, that we need to fix our leadership. And how are we going to fix that leadership? I think it's time for Kenyans to wake up. It's high time for Kenyans to wake up past complaining in Twitter and make the right decision. How are we going to wake up? By voting and choosing the right leaders. You know, I love what PLO says. He says in a country like China, a corrupt leader is killed.
Yes.
In the US, a corrupt leader is jailed. In Africa, and particularly in Kenya, a corrupt leader presents himself for election.
Yes.
And
is voted in again and again.
Yes.
Yes. I think we need to buy some policies from maybe China.
Yes, very true.
Wow.
Whereby when you are found, or maybe you are a leader, and you are caught in any corruption case, number one, if you're a leader, you resign. If it's the whole government, it has to resign.
Yeah.
Right.
If there is corruption cases, until you and I like that thing had began being implemented in Kenya especially when the Uhuru government came in. There was those corruption cases, stepping out of office. I don't know what happened. It was just a matter of time, and this thing went under the table, and we are back to square one, whereby someone loots public funds. Right now we have cases or people who have eaten even the COVID money,
Yeah.
but they are still even seeking for offices.
Yes.
They've been mentioned,
Yeah.
and they are still, and they're not even ashamed.
Yes.
They come out in the public and they'll still ask for the votes, and they know that they've already pocketed that money, and they're not even ashamed.
And also to add on what you've been saying, I think for me, one of my desires, even for the incoming Chief Justice, whoever will be appointed, I want them to be as tough as Maraga was, because in this country we need, and the president needs to put his feet firmly when it comes to dealing with issues of corruption. I love the way the Malawian president Chakwera this past week did. He came out publicly, openly, and spoke and said, we are going to suspend this and these people, mentioned them by names, and he even gave an account. So and so took this amount of money. He has returned the money. I love what Tanzania is doing with the Prime Minister. They are suspending cabinet secretaries, suspending ministers, because of corruption cases. In Kenya, the problem is this: we suspend them, but they still go ahead and still keep the money for themselves. So we need to we need to have tough laws, so such that if you're implicated in corruption, we not only suspend you, you're taken through the judicial process that needs to be taken. Once you're found culpable of corruption, number one, all your asset needs to be recovered. Because by the end of the day, if you arrest me, take me to jail, I spend 2 years, 3 years, and I still have the money. My business is continuing. There's nothing we have done. And I believe right now, if the government decides to recover the lost assets in the country, I'm very sure we can make up for the shortfall that we currently have for the budget, because half of the economy is crashing because of corruption. So that means that if we recover these assets, this money is not outside Kenya. This money is circulating within the country. So it is not. The government doesn't have enough proof to say that there's no way they can recover this money. So I think that we need to, because by the end of the day, we have been speaking about corruption for how many years in this country? For so long. And I believe even after today, we are going to have this conversation again. In the next 2 years, 3 years, we're going to have this conversation again. So it is time we address the leaders and tell them, the buck stops with you. The buck stops with the intelligence community. The buck stops even with the judiciary. It's high time also as Kenyans, we make our leaders accountable. The issue of mtu wetu anaonewa, mtu wetu, if someone has a corruption case, ni mtu wetu, it's a political witch hunt. For once, let us sit down and ask ourselves, this person, if today I entered in politics, I was worth 1 million. Then 2 years, or even not even 2 years, 6 months into office, I'm worth 10 million or 50 million. You should ask yourself some questions. So I believe as Kenyans, we have to ensure we bring our leaders to accountability and make them accountable. And then the last thing I think I can say is that even us as Kenyans, we have a high appetite for money. Because you'll find during campaign, you are the ones going to ask money for the politicians. So they are spending so much on campaigns. Okay, someone has taken a loan, has spent on campaigns. Then they have to return that money. So they have to go back again, steal from the same people. You see. So I think even as Kenyans, this thing of every time that I hear a politician because he has not given me 50 bob or he has given me 100 shillings, that needs to stop. We now need to merit our leaders based on the agenda and the policies they bring on the table, not how much they can give to us.
Right, and just to add on that, I think also the ethic and the anti-corruption should be empowered more. Because when we empower, and then they were doing a very good job, because they recovered some of the assets that had been stolen. So we need to empower that. We need to from the government and whoever is coming. The next government that is taking a country, I think that should be the biggest concern. And once again, I'll say the Uruto government, that was one of their main agendas, to corruption, just do away with corruption and empower the commission. So I think if we do more of that, we need to see, there were a season where they used to go to to the roads, and they would see them arresting the traffic police who are taking bribes from the common mwananchi.
Yes.
I think we need to go back to that trend, such that even because corruption is not just with the politicians, the leaders. It has trickled down to the offices.
Yeah.
It has trickled down to the traffic police, to that matatu owner, to that mama mboga. For mama mboga to sell her mboga, she has to bribe someone, you know,
in the market.
Yeah, in the market. So I think we need to this thing, corruption, need to come. It needs to be. It actually needs to be taken as a national disaster.
Right.
Yeah,
As a pandemic.
Yes, as a pandemic, such
Yes.
that everyone
Yeah.
knows and takes corruption as a. If I see you bribing, I will take you as a thief. The way we take when we stone thieves outside there,
Yeah.
the same thing. You get arrested, and I think when we go that direction, we are going to reduce the rate of corruption cases in the country. And once we reduce the corruption cases, that's when a country can develop.
Yeah.
A country cannot develop when there is corruption. When the corruption in that country is very high, a country can never develop because I know even if I get implicated or I steal public funds, I still will find my way out.
Yes.
As Firebrand Hope was saying,
Yes.
I'll still have the money. I'll keep the money, go to jail,
Yes.
call shots from the jail, from the prison,
Yeah.
run my business, and actually I'll not be in jail. It will be just said by the public, in the media that I'm in jail. But actually these people are not in prison.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
So I think corruption, we need to take it as a plague. And everyone takes it as a plague. And it should be, maybe we can make it as a main thing when electing a leader.
Yes.
If he has been mentioned or she's been mentioned in any corruption
That should be among the
case,
sanctions.
don't even pursue any public office.
Yes.
Don't even try, don't even pursue. And we should hold on that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great discussion right there. I feel like time flies. And I actually agree, to put a lid on this conversation, I feel like the whole government needs to be overhauled. It's not just corruption, because everything is a tree. So the roots are corruption and many other things. I feel like we just need to come up with something totally different. Because most of the time there's usually phasing out, but I feel like when it comes to the Kenyan government, we can no longer phase out things.
Right.
It's just like, let's get rid of this one and start a new system altogether. I don't know what you guys think, because I personally think that should be the case.
Right.
You know, I think I agree with what Joshua Joe said, and he has placed it so well,
Right.
that corruption needs to be placed as a national disaster. And
Maybe
number one,
as
why?
a pandemic, just
Yes.
like we're dealing with COVID-19.
Yes.
This needs to be a
Because
pandemic.
even if we change, because the way he has said, the current government came with the promise and the agenda of we are going to deal with corruption.
Yeah.
But it has gone down in history as one of the most corrupt government. So actually changing the whole system is never, it will never offer the solution. You know, I love one thing. There's during the French Revolution, they used to say that revolution is a spirit that needs to possess a man's soul. So true change, when we want to deal with corruption in this country, we have to deal with the self. We have to deal with the individual self. Because I usually say this, I usually feel bad when I see a thief on the road, Basimu, and then people are beating and killing that person.
Right.
You see, I usually say a corrupt leader, and this is the understanding I want Kenyans to have. A corrupt leader is not stealing money.
Right.
A corrupt leader is stealing your future. Is stealing your kids' future. Because the money that he's eating, like for instance, the KEMSA scandal. Right now, we have had problem with oxygens.
Yeah.
We are having problem with the PPEs. We're having hospitals who are now saying they can no longer take the numbers that we're having. Why? Because the money allocated for that specific purpose has been siphoned.
Right.
But who are paying the price? Not them.
Right.
Yeah.
We
That's
are
like
the common mwananchi. We are the ones paying the ultimate price and paying it with our dear life.
Right.
So I think Kenyans need to take it seriously. Corruption, whoever deals in corruption steals your life. Right. So we need to fight them as if we are fighting for our lives. As if we are, ni kama mtu akuja kushike gun. Right. You will defend your life to the core. Yes. Okay. So we need to defend ourselves. So I'll basically say, not changing the whole system. Kenyans, we begin from the inside. Right. Change ourselves, change our mentality. Once we change that, our decisions will reflect what it comes from within us. So change us, change the society.
Awesome. We'll end the discussion at that point. So put it down in the comment section. What do you think about this? I agree with Firebrand Hope. It's time for a revolution to happen. Because corruption is actually robbing your future. Well, that's all the time we had. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember to like, share, and comment on all our social media platforms. And until next Monday, love God, love others passionately.
Hi guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you would like to join the Firebrand Nation movement, go to our website at www.firebrandnation.com, sign up and someone will get in touch with you. Also follow us on our social media handles at Firebrand Nation on Instagram and YouTube, and Firebrand and Firebrand Nation KE on Facebook. Remember to love God and love others passionately. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you would like to join the Firebrand Nation movement, go to our website at www.firebrandnation.com, sign up and someone will get in touch with you. Also follow us on our social media handles at Firebrand Nation on Instagram and YouTube, and Firebrand and Firebrand Nation KE on Facebook. Remember to love God and love others passionately.